This week, we'll be reviewing the Shadow Systems MR920 Elite. Is it a Glock? Is it a Gucci Glock? Or is it a flop? We'll be comparing it to my Fowler Industries Glock 19. This is the pistol I had spec'd out. I've had this 10, 12 years. I've got over 50,000 rounds to it, to my personal specs, and we'll see how the Shadow Systems holds up to it. On the outside, they come with a night fusion green dot night sights. They have serration on their rear. It's not a typical suppressor height sights. They're probably about a medium, but even with the SRO, they actually co-witness extremely well. It gives me my dots at the lower 1/3, and that's what I'm looking for. Here's a video of my Fowler Industries 40x9 heavy. Basically, it started out as a Glock 23. I got with Logan at Fowler Industries, and I wanted a 40x9 conversion barrel in. This would allow me to shoot 40, 357 SIG, and a 9mm out of the same platform. This pistol is extremely accurate. It's got serrations up top, on the side, 4-pound trigger. Again, this is amazing accurate piece. I can't recommend it enough. Now, the key is this pistol ran, I believe, approximately $2,700. It's what you call a Gucci Glock. I'm doing a lot of training for law enforcement that are still utilizing the Glocks, so this has been my training pistol. Fowler Industries doesn't make them any longer, so it was time to retire it. So I started looking at Glocks. Looking around, I found the replacement. This is the Shadow Systems MR920. Same size as a Glock 19, but with a lot of improvements. Everything that I was wanting out of my Gucci Glock comes standard with this pistol. There you can see them side by side. It has the windows. This is the Elite model, so it has the windows to lighten the slide. It has the serrations that I required for press checks or to help rack the slide. Aluminum trigger. It's set on 4 to 5 pounds. With the Glock, I put the grip force adapter here, which actually filled in the hump to give it more of a straight grip angle. Shadow Systems done something totally revolutionary. They keep the angle the same, but here's basically a Glock insert, so it'll slide in here if you want the Glock feel. A flatter one like the 1911, and the neutral. Basically, it's for their point of aim, point of impact. So when you grip it, you fit the weapon to you. It's actually simple, tool provided to take out. Push the pin, take the mag wheel off, slide that out, slide that in, mag wheel on, and now you just change your point of impact, or the way you actually grip the pistol. The next great thing about the Shadow systems is with this Glock, it's cut for the RMR or the SRO, and any other optic that takes that footprint. So you have to run a optic that will fit on this pistol. This pistol, they have a patent pending, whereas it runs the RMR, it runs several Holsons, RMRs, SROs. I've run my Delta Point Pro on it. And there is a spacer here. There's a couple spacers that come in that fill in this gap and actually provide a solid lockup for the optic. All in all, solid pistol. The price I paid for this, minus the optic and of course the light, was approximately about $1,400 less than I paid for my Fowler, with everything that comes stock from the factory, what I spec'd for my FI. Thus far, the only modifications I've done to my pistol is I put the CAGWorks release here, and I actually lighten the trigger up, a cleaner trigger. The only cons, again, this is from a consumer and a shooter's aspect. I wish they would have went with the Gen 5 configuration versus the Gen 4, so you could have had ambidextrous slide releases. I know I saw something on these. They went with the Gen 4 because they are proponents to slingshot. But again, slingshot method, this is a slide release. You're not gaining much from utilizing a slingshot. People say it's gross motor skills over this. Again, it comes down to training. And this, having the option over here for lefties, or if I had to shoot with my non-dominant hand, it'd have been nice to actually been able to deactivate or actuate my slide. In the end, guys, I was impressed with it. There's a couple of things that I would say cons. Hadn't shot the pistol 48 hours. I'd actually doing dry fire with it, getting used to it, working the slide, doing mag releases, and I actually broke the mag release. Broke in two. Not a single shot fired through it, and it broke into two pieces. Purchased this on a Thursday. This happened on a Saturday, so I emailed them, which again, I didn't expect to receive anything till Monday during business hours. When I did receive, it still took almost a week and a half to get the part. I live approximately 20 minutes away from the facility. Things happen, I get that. But luckily, it's a Gen 4 built on a Gen 4 chassis. And I actually had a lot of spare parts for Glock Gen 4, so I just threw in the mag release from that, and it served no issues. But again, all in all, it's a good system. It's a good platform. I wish they'd built it off of a Gen 5 to give shooters the option to have dual mag release, or excuse me, dual slide releases. Accurate. No issues with accuracy, reliability. I had to break it in like they suggest, which is something that I always do anyways. So in the end, I mean, you can consider it a go-between between the stock Glock and a Gucci Glock. Difference is, with my Gucci Glock, I paid $2,600 for. This, with the setup, it was less than $1,000. And if you're not happy with a stock Glock, I feel this is an outstanding purchase because you're actually saving money. By the time you take a stock Glock, you send it off to have this cut serrations, you have a optics cut on it because their moss is terrible. Trigger, everything you want to do to it, if you bought the pieces yourself, you're pushing, and the stipple, you're pushing close to $2,000, and you're saving about $1,000 doing it this way. So again, I think it's a good purchase. If you've got one, leave comments below. Tell me what you think about them. All right, guys, that's about it. I appreciate it. Do me a favor and go ahead and like it, share it, subscribe. Stay safe.